Hi, this is John Patrick Hickey. I want to welcome you to the video cast. When you look at social media, you watch the news, you go to the store and you overhear conversations, you visit with friends. What do you often hear? A lot of times the thing that we hear the most is complaining. People complain and they fuss about absolutely everything. They complain and they fuss about the weather, they complain and they fuss about the economy, they complain and they fuss about the government, about other people, their neighbors, their wives, their husbands, their kids, their schools, everything. People just complain and fuss. Why do we do this? Well, we live currently in a culture that promotes this type of thinking. Listen to those who are leaders within our culture. What do they say? Do they encourage you? Are they positive thinkers? Are they people who are happy and give you great examples? No, the vast majority of them are negative, defeated, they complain, they fuss, they use horrible language. They are not good examples. You see, one of the things that, and I dealt with a young person not long ago who this kind of hit home for, and that is they realized that some younger kids that they had connection with were looking up to them, and they were mimicking him. I mean, he's only a teenager, but they were mimicking him because, not to make fun of him, they wanted to be like him. And it surprised him that he would have that kind of influence on someone. And then I told him, I says, well, think about your influences, your idols, the people who you look up to. How do they behave? Because you'll behave like they do. Are they good examples? Or are they people who constantly complain and fuss, who have everything but are constantly the victim in life? And we've got tons of those people who live their life. They have more privilege, they have more financial rewards, more material goods, they have more career opportunities than most people have, and yet they're constantly unhappy, they're constantly the victim, they're constantly the one who other people are picking on, and they don't like this and they're offended by that. You know, I think one of the things that we have to remove from our life is a concept of being offended. If anything at all offends you, it's not their problem, that's yours. That shows that you're weak, that shows that you are vulnerable to having other people control your life. If someone says something to you and they upset you to the point that you're going to fuss and complain about it, do you want that person to have that much control of your life? Because you're the one who gives it to them. They don't take it. They can't take it. No one can take control of your life. You have to give it to them. And when you let people get you angry, when you let people hurt your feelings, whatever, then you're giving them that part of your life. Don't do it. Do not do it. Be the positive one in the group. Don't complain. Watch yourself. Listen to how you talk. I'm not talking about listening to how other people talk and complain because they're complaining, because that kind of defeats their purpose too. But it is, listen to yourself. What do you say when you're with other people? How do you respond to the things around you? Are you sensitive? Are you offended easy? Do you complain about the things that are going on? You know, you can't change anybody else's life. You just can't. You don't have that power. The only life you have power over is your own. And if you allow other people to come in and do that, then that's your problem. It's not their problem, that's your problem. But you can't go in and control theirs either. You can't complain to them and throw up on them all the time. The thing you have to do is to be the positive one in the group. Encourage people around you. You know, it might seem like walking into a brick wall when you try to encourage some of these negative people around you. But if you keep it up, if you stay positive and you encourage them and try to help them to be their best, then they will either soften and receive that and become less complaining, or they'll just have nothing to do with you, and that's not a bad thing either. To have negative people walk away from your life is not a bad thing. It's not a loss. It is a gain. Now, I'm not talking about offending people so they leave you. I'm talking about people who just refuse to be encouraged, who refuse to take in positive messaging of any kind. Be the positive person. If you have nothing positive to say on a subject, then don't talk about it at all until you do find something positive. You will feel better. The people around you will feel better. Matter of fact, they'll welcome you. Most people desire to find somebody who is not going to fuss and complain all the time. You can't do anything about most stuff in your life. You just can't. You can't change the weather, you can't change the people, you can't change the economy, you can't change the government. We have things that we can do to make things better, but that's the point. Am I making things better? Complaining never helps anything. It never accomplishes anything. The only thing that moves us forward and helps us make a change and to be a positive force is that positive attitude. Be that force. And let me also encourage you with this, to always be your best. Love God, have good manners, discover the unknown, and change your world. Hi, this is John Patrick Hickey again. I want to thank you for spending time watching the video cast. I do hope that these add value to you, that they encourage you, that they give you principles and information that you can use in your everyday life. That's our purpose for being here. The Growth Center was designed and created in order to help you to become the very best that you were created to be, to fulfill all of those dreams and desires that you've had, to accomplish your goals and your dreams. Now, I also want to encourage you to get other material besides this video cast, which, by the way, if right below here, you're going to see a little button that's called subscribe. I do hope that you subscribe to this video cast so that regularly when we put these up, you'll be notified and you can watch them. But I also want you to go over to the website, which is at www.johnpatrickhickey.com. There you're going to find books and other materials to help you to grow and to continue to pursue those goals. Again, that's www.johnpatrickhickey.com. And thank you again for joining us.